Hey everyone, this is Ryan Cote and Matt Cote from the Ballantine Corporation. We haven't done one of these videos in 4 or 5 weeks. Things here have fortunately been very busy, but we are back on track with these videos. And as we often try to do, we're going to mix things up and approach this video from a different angle. We're going to talk about this roll fold self-mailer, but we're going to talk about how it was produced, printed, folded, scored, etc. Now, this same piece we're probably going to feature in either our May or our June direct mail case study newsletter. So this is going to be kind of like a part 1 and part 2 type of deal. Now, before Matt takes over, we're going to zoom in on the piece so you can see exactly what we're talking about here. Okay, so this is the roll fold self-mailer, front and back. You can see in the front here we designed a flap so it opens up and folds out to reveal the reply card that the person tears off and then sends back. So it folds back. So that's it.
This particular piece ran on a 26 by 40 inch sheet, and it ran 4 out work and turn. Now what I mean by work and turn is that they take the piece, they print 2 fronts, 2 backs, run it through the press in 1 pass, bring it back to the front of the loading area and flip the sheet over, and then run the balance of the fronts and backs through the press. And again, this is called work and turn. The other option is to do sheetwise. Now with sheetwise, you run 4 fronts through the press, bring it back, flip the sheet over, and run 4 backs through the press. Now the only problem with this, it's less economical because you have to run an extra set of plates.
So why would you run that? Why would you do that method instead of the other one if it's more money?
Certain layouts require you to do sheetwise. One instance is if you're doing a paper that's a coated one side and you're printing on both sides of the sheet, you can't do a work and turn. It has to be sheetwise.
Okay.
So this particular piece also had a return card. Now since the return card was 4 1/4 by 6, it required an L-shaped perf. It also required 3 vertical scores and 1 partial vertical scores. Both of these processes were done on the same pass through the press using one of the plates. So it's more economical, it's a little more streamlined, it's not an offline process. And lastly, this particular piece had 2 areas which it was imaged. The return card had the address block and key code, and the outgoing address had the address block. The particular letter shop is able to do this using a 4 1/4 inch head, and they're also able to fold and glue in the same process. So they image the piece, they run it through their plow system to create all the folds, and then they apply 2 dabs of spot glue to close the piece. So it's only 1 process instead of 2 or 3 processes. Again, more economical and more streamlined, more efficient.
Okay, so just to clarify one thing, when you say fronts and backs, you're talking about this is the piece opened up. So you've got the front and then the back. So if you had 2 fronts and 2 backs, it'd be front, front, back, back. Or if it was 4 fronts, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's correct.
Okay. Okay. That's it for today's video. If you want to receive an email whenever we post a new video, there are 2 sign-up boxes. One is top right, and one is below this video. Our email addresses are also below this video if you have any questions or comments. Thanks for watching, and have a great Memorial Day weekend. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank
Bye.
you.